Hey, good afternoon, fam. Good afternoon. Hope all is well with everybody. Hope all is well with everybody. Happy Sunday to everybody. Happy Sunday. I want to take a quick minute, right, to have a conversation with you guys because I did a video the other day, getting quite a pretty decent review right now. A lot of comments, a lot of people are chiming in, right? But one of the person who mentioned something. The acronym is YOLO. The acronym is YOLO, and I'm gonna be honest. I had to look it up. I didn't know what that was, right? And it's so crazy because, this commenter is actually very accurate with what they said. A lot of people have the YOLO mentality. Right, the YOLO mentality, which means you only live once, right? You only live once. So, and I'm gonna have to be honest. Like, I do believe this is how a lot of people are living, and they don't understand how detrimental, this can be. They really don't understand that. And a lot of people are living like that. Year in and year out. They're living this way year in and year out and being massively irresponsible. Massively irresponsible. They're continuously taking these trips, buying these luxury brands, luxury vehicles, and telling themselves that, hey, you only live once, right? And here's the deal. Yes, you only live once. But you don't want to get to a situation where you live too long and now you're in trouble. And now you're wishing that you're not here anymore. And this is pretty much what happens, with a lot of people, once they get into retirement, is they end up having no money. And they start to, a lot of older folks have a high level of depression. A lot of older folks have a high level of depression because they've lived longer than they anticipated, and they're currently struggling while they're living. Their plan didn't work out the way they thought it would. Okay, their finances isn't in order. So I want to take a moment just to touch on that comment that this person made, which is, it's a real thing. I hear that a lot from a lot of people. You only live once. You only live once. And people are living this way and living their life this way and being irresponsible, okay, because of this idea. A lot of people are being irresponsible because of this idea that, I had somebody tell me the other day, I guess it was a situation where, and I'm trying to remember correctly, but I think somebody had passed away. There was a young person, and they try to use that as an excuse to just live life the way they want to live it right now. And even I even had a lady who was in her 50s was telling me the same thing, that, oh, why should I be saving, money when, how you doing? Why should I be saving money when, anything can happen to me, tomorrow or whatever. And the question I asked her was, well, what if you live longer than you plan? What if you live longer than you plan? So I don't know what it is that we need to do. I think a lot of people are living the social media lifestyle. A lot of people are living in this non-real world social media situation. They're watching social media and they're feeling like they've been left behind. They're watching social media and they're feeling like depressed and miserable, like they should have more or be doing more out of life. But what a lot of these people don't know is a lot of these social media people are falsifying the life that they're living. Most of these social media people are living in studios in real life. Okay? Okay? Most of them, when you see them on the yachts, okay, they rented the yacht, or they know somebody who allowed them to take a 5 or 10 minute video, on their yacht. It's really what they're doing. This is not their real life. Okay? Most of them who are going out and eating at these restaurants, they doing it by way of a date and somebody taking them. Okay? They're doing it by going a way of, they go doing happy hour, right? And try to act like they're balling. And you're sitting there and you're watching this and you're feeling like you've been left behind. And then you tell yourself, let me be irresponsible like these people, because you only live once and everybody's living their life. I'm telling you right now, most of these people you're watching in social media, if you ask them what is their financial portfolio is like, it's zero. They have nothing going on. No life insurance, no IRA, no 401k, 403, nothing. They have nothing going on. As a matter of fact, I deal with a lot of professional people. I deal with a lot of government workers, right? And you'd be surprised. Most of these people who have professional jobs live the same way too. Okay, you only live once, and instead of them maxing out their retirement account, they put the minimal amount in just so they can buy that big house to impress people. They put the minimal in just so they can go and travel to places that they see other people going to, and they feel like they're missing out on something. You understand? And one of the questions I ask people, especially people who I know personally who do the traveling thing. I know a lot of people who spend $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 a year on traveling. And one of the questions I always ask them, let me ask you a question. You're traveling right now, you're 30-something years old, 40-something years old, you're doing all this traveling. Does it make sense to do all this traveling right now and don't save enough? And now when you're 60, 70 years old, all you can do is wake up and go to your living room and watch TV because you can't go anywhere because you didn't save any money? Is that the way you want to live the rest of your years once you retire? These are questions that I propose to people, right? Just to get them thinking. Because a lot of people, for some reason, I don't believe they think about stuff like this. A lot of people think they're gonna live forever. I don't. I'm gonna swing over here, guys, because this part of Baltimore has a lot of artwork on the buildings, right? This is one of my favorite ones right here. Don't ask me why. Right here. Okay? So, most people do not, because it's so far out. If you're 30 years old right now and you want to retire at 60, that's 30 years from now. And it's in your mind, it's so far out that you tell yourself, you know what I'm saying, you get to it at some point. But what I realized in my 17 years of being in business is most people never get to it. By the time they get to it, it's damn near too late. I have people who are reaching to me right now who are 55 and above, who have zero retirement savings, and who are now just trying to save money. Okay? And they want to retire in the next 5-10 years or so. It's probably not going to work out well. Okay? I had a young lady who, the mother, she called me, the mother has about, let's say 80 grand, in their 401k. And they're asking, well, I have $80,000. Is there any way I could possibly get $2,000 a month coming to me every single month from this, to last me during retirement? I was like, it's simple math. It's simple math, okay? If you're 61 years old and you have $80,000 coming, $80,000 total, right? And you're taking out $2,000 a month, That's $24,000 a year. Okay? It's simple math. That money will last you no longer than 5 years if you're taking out that amount of money every single month. Okay? Because you didn't save enough. So I want to take a moment today just to speak on this because it was very interesting. It was very interesting that this individual, comment on that. And because again, I've heard the phrase, you only live once, but I've never seen the acronym, right? And I was like, oh my God, okay, this is interesting. This is definitely something to talk about because a lot of people I know live this way. A lot of people have the mentality of you only live once. But it's continuous though with everything that they buy, and every single year is the same thing. You only live once. You only live once. It's what they tell themselves to make them feel better about doing something that they know deep inside is irresponsible. They know it. Nobody has to tell them that. They know this. But the way they cope, and the way they make themselves feel better about what they're doing that is irresponsible is by telling themselves, you only live once. Go buy that big car. You only live once. Go buy that Louis briefcase or suitcase. You only live once. Take that trip to Dubai that's going to cost you $5,000, $7,000. Okay? You only live once. Okay? And listen, I'm not against living well or enjoying your life while you're on this planet. I'm definitely not against that. But I think with me personally, you have to invest more in your future than you do today. And I know that sounds kind of crazy to say in a way. Your future, to me, I think is probably more important than today. So what you do today is going to determine your future. So you got to start investing today so your future can be a whole lot brighter, is what I'm trying to say. Okay? I'm not saying today is not important, your future today is not important. But what I am saying is that your future, to me, is probably more important than your today because you're going to get older. You need to do the thing that you can do right now while you're strong, healthy, and vibrant. While you're able to hustle. While you're able to work multiple jobs or career. You understand? You really can't be working. You can't hustle 2 or 3 things when you're 60, 70, 80 years old. Okay? You're not built that way. It's nature. It's nature. You're not built that way. Okay? It's just like, look, I like to dumb things down. If you buy a car today, right? That car, when you first start to drive it, it feels strong and powerful, right? For the first 1 through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, right? But once that car starts to get to year 15, year 20, it starts to break down. The performance is not as great anymore. You understand? And things start to happen to that vehicle. That's how the human body works. Exact same way. So you got to plan and save to be able to buy a replacement vehicle. The same thing with your life. Because of the fact that you're going to age, you're going to get older, you got to plan and save so that way you can be able to take care of yourself when you're older, provide for yourself when you're older. Okay? So I hope this message reached the right person well today. I hope this message doesn't hurt anybody's feelings. That's not the intention. You guys know me. My intention is always to wake people up. My intention is always to show you another way of thinking. We are all so drawn in right now by social media. We are also drawn in right now by lifestyles of the rich and famous, that we all don't want to feel like we're missing out on life or the life that other people are enjoying. That we all start to empty out the bank account. We all start to become irresponsible. You understand? So listen, I hope this message reached well to somebody's ears today. I hope this message reached well to somebody's ears today. And I hope it doesn't offend you or make you, how you doing? Or make you start to think of how you're handling business. I hope after watching this, you log into your portfolio, if you have any, and say, hey, could I be contributing more? I hope after watching this, you say, hey, I don't have any plan. Hey, let me call this guy on YouTube. If you guys are just following me for the first time, or you're just seeing me for the first time, you can reach me. Text is always better at 443-208-5480. That's 443-208-5480. Or you can email me at evolve@titanevolutiongroup.com. That's evolve@titanevolutiongroup.com. Or go to my website, which is titanevolutiongroup.com. So I hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed, harmonious rest of your Sunday. All right? Talk to y'all soon.